Hey guys, welcome back to Alchemy Stars. In today's video, I wanted to talk about Ascensions and 3-stars specifically, and just warn you guys about the downfall of 3-star units as you go through the game. So if we jump into Aurorian here, you'll see that you can tell I like 3-star units. I like building low rarity units in these games. I just find it really fun. I'm weird like that. But there is a downfall, and I will make a list and some spotlights on some 3-star units that I think are fantastic. This Seleucid, I think. I just love the design, so I started building him. Realized he's actually really practical until later on, so we're using him. But I want to look at the Ascension. So when you see on their portraits, you can see that his Ascension has sort of basically 2 X's, whereas the 6, the 4s, and the 5s all have this extra X. So they have an extra level of Ascension. So if we go over here and look at this guy and we go to Ascension, you'll see he's maxed out on his Ascension and his level is 1 of 50. Now if we go over here to my Michael, we're going to go ahead and actually ascend. I just got the materials we needed, so we're going to ascend to that Ascension level 2, and you can always come up here. Like, this is the other thing, the game is very lacking on an index. You can't check characters you don't have. You can't check max Ascension skills and stuff like that, but you can check the next level of Ascension. So if I click here, you can see that I can see the next level of this Ascension. But what I'm going to do is here, ascend, and then that'll take us to Ascension tier 2. Sweet, hopefully that just gets finished, yada yada yada, shows you the upgrades, all that stuff, level increase up to 50. Now the thing about this is, once again, if we go look at Seleucid, we've got max Ascension. So our max level is level 50. And the cool thing about this is, the other thing to mention is, when you do ascend, it doesn't, like some other games, it doesn't bring you back to level 1 and drop your stats. It's like Ascension tier 3. Like, okay, let's go from base. You got your max level of base, which is like 30. And then as you go to Ascension tier 1, you go to level 4, you go back to level 1, but that level 1 is higher stats than level 30 of the previous one. So it's not like other games that really suck where they drop your stats when you increase the Ascensions and stuff like that. It's, you go to level 1, but your stats are actually higher. So the thing that I want to note is that these units, the 4, 5s, and 6s, do get another Ascension, which if we go to level up info, increases them to level 80. So they get an extra 80 levels of increases, and they get a different art. Like, that art is sick. Check this art out. I cannot wait to get it. Some of the arts are amazing in this game. But as you can see, and you can actually check this, you can check the next Ascension level, but you get 80 extra levels of stats, which is a huge difference. So that's why I find 3-stars are fantastic early game. However, they will probably fall off late game. I feel like there might be niche situations where support ones will still be useful. But yeah, they kind of fall off. And the way I understand it as well is that 5, and don't quote me on 5s, I haven't max ascended a 5-star yet. But 6-stars get that second element. Some of them are mono, some of them are dual element. And then 5-stars, I think, get the second element. Don't quote me on it. And 4-stars don't get a second element, but they all go to Ascension tier 3. Whereas 3-stars in this game are kind of like your common heroes, where in other games where you're not really, I don't think you're supposed to build them, but they're actually really functional in early game. As you can see, like I've leveled some. Seleucid, I just really like this dude's design, and I was hoping he had a secondary art at some stage, but he didn't. But yeah, as you can see, I've just max ascended him, which is fine. But yeah, I'll probably do a video on this guy because I really do like this guy. And the thing about the 3-stars as well is, it is like, yes, you're going to be spending some of these, what do you even call them, the heartstones, but there's no, like, they're really easy to get their limit breaks up, so you can go ahead and do the breakthroughs on 3-stars without requiring, you know, any effort, so you can get the good effects. So something like Peppy here as well is a really nice one. If we go breakthrough, you can see, like, through this chain combo enhancement unlocks the second chain combo, which isn't really needed for this, but I just did it anyway. But here, the Ascensions, you can see you just get the nice ascension bonuses and stuff like that. I think her ascension was nice because before she could only move within 1 tile, but if you give her 2 turns, she can move within 2 tiles. So really, really nice. So like I said, 3 stars, be warned that they probably will fall off completely towards the end of the game due to like just raw stats, especially the damage dealing ones like this Seleucid, but they are quite useful in the early game. For instance, if we look at Seleucid, this is why I love the dude. So at maxed out, when he's maxed out, he's got a 0 round cooldown, so he can use this every turn, deals 200% damage to one surrounding cluster, and converts all red tiles within attack range to other elements. It's not a guaranteed convert, you don't know what you're turning it to, but if you don't like red in your team, you can go ahead and throw away those reds every turn with that. And I use teleporters, so you can always teleport him to enemies, deal some nice damage, and do that. He's got a 2 minimum on his chain, which is really nice, just to deal the same range damage if we have a look at it. So that's his 9 combo, and that's his, if it gets there. Can we get his 2? And that's his 2 combo. So really close range. And then we've got his equipment skill. There's a 30% chance of increasing chain combo damage by 50%. So like the dude can deal some damage early on. Like I said, stats will fall off, but you've got a 0 cooldown ultimate that you can just spam and it converts red tiles. So that's the kind of thing you're looking at. Like, yes, it did take me a little bit, some resources to actually do the ascensions and to do the breakthroughs, which was a hit I was willing to take because I like doing it. But just know, once again, because I don't like to overhype 3 stars and stuff like that when I know they might be falling off later on, but I just really enjoy building them, and that's why I did it. And I just wanted to get the warning out there for you guys in case you're looking at building some of these 3 stars, because there is a lot of 3 stars that I'm really enjoying, and I'll probably continue to build more just for experimentation and stuff like that. Like Chainsaw Rick, I absolutely love Chainsaw Rick. I think he is wicked, but there are a bunch of others that can be really functional. For instance, Eho I think's not bad as a teleporter. Tiny One actually not too bad either. Even the Unimet on lightning teams, okay. Like a lot of the converters are going to be good as well. Converters and teleporters are converters, but anything that's a converter, you're going to find a way to use them normally. And like I even wanted to build this dude in a world of waifus. I'm the guy that just wants to build all the beasts and robots. I don't know, something about it. But this guy I really wanted to build, but I'm just not a massive fan of his abilities unless like his next ascension reduces cooldowns. But I don't really want to ascend him once just to find out, because just that's a bad ascension. So basically, if you're looking at building 3 stars, they're really easy to get to max ascension and max breakthrough. But yeah, they do have that big downfall. But I'm going to build a bunch more support 3 stars probably just for the fun of it, because it's thoroughly enjoyable to me. But yeah, just a warning to put out there so you guys don't get caught out going ham on 3 stars thinking you're just going to carry the whole game with them. They do have 80 levels deficit at the end game compared to 4, 5s and 6s. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.